My name is Roberto Vengoechea. I'm from Colombia, South America. The name of the city is Barranquilla. I came to this country in 1968 without English and without nothing. And I stumbled into a person who had a jewelry manufacturing thing. This man was looking for another designer. He only had one designer in Miami, and she was always consistent, the same designs, the same things. So I was staying in his house for 3 or 4 days. I was on my way back to New York. I had a job with my best friend over there waiting for me, and he asked me if if he could ask the women who work for him, that does the design, if I could watch her for 3 days.
Waxing.
Doing the waxing. Waxing is the first thing that you do in the jewelry business. Um, so I went with that woman for 3 days, and I call it spitting bullets, because she was talking to me, and now bearing in mind I came from Colombia, don't speak no English, and she's just going like a machine gun to me. So I put her out of my ears, but I pay attention to what she was doing, and so I did pay attention. And after the third day, he says, it's 9 o'clock. I'm going to leave you here. I'm going to give you 10 stones, and you have all the tools in here on this table that other person who you learned from, who were taught to have. And so he says, I'll be back by 7 p.m. Surprise me. Hey, I never done this before. This is not a thing for me. He says, look, I don't care what you say. I'm leaving. I come back at 7 o'clock. Surprise me. Now he says the other woman who does for him, she gave him 3 designs per day. So when he came back at 7, he had 8 designs, and he flipped out because they were totally different than what that other person does. So he says, that's it. You call your friend in New York. You're not going to New York. You're staying here. I pay you. You stay with me. You'll be good. I'll make you a better person. And so I started to work for him, and twice, 3 times the speed that the other women had. And I was so totally different. So we moved in here without a name or without anything. And the first thing that we decided that we were going to do for our store was the name. And since I get excited by the visions that the Almighty showed me in His creation, I decided I was going to put the name of my business was going to be Visions of Creation. So in honor of the Almighty Father who give me those visions in His creation. So basically that makes me an imitator, not a designer.
What I have in his marketing is he does the job of 5 people. And I know there's plenty of other artists that do the same thing. They're all creative in their own way. He does the designing, he does the waxing, he does the casting, he does the stone setting, he does the polishing and shining. So he does the work of 4 or 5 people. Because of the knowledge and the skill that he has, you can come in on a Friday morning and meet with him. He'll the design with you. He'll send you away for a cup of coffee for an hour. You'll come back. He'll have the wax ready and say, okay, I'll have your actual piece ready for you at 4 o'clock the next day, completed. And that happens a lot, where they'll make an appointment and they come in town for the weekend and they leave with their piece.
There's really nothing to it. I mean, I landed into it, and it was almost like I was born to do this. This man put the pressure on me. He says it's 9 o'clock, he's 8 stones, do 1 design or 2, whatever you think is best. He gave me the freedom. So it just came out to me. I was born to do this. I can do anything and everything. So I don't have a line per se because of that. So many different expertise and different people from different parts of the world, because I was also in contact with people from the Bahamas, from Grand Cayman, and all those things. I was doing designing for them too. And even from some jewelry stores in South America, because all the people from South America come to Miami, being the center of the jewelry type of thing in there. you're the continuation of your past, and your past is your past. So from your past, you go into the moment, and from the moment, you go into the future.
He loves the challenge when people just give him a stone or two or whatever, and they say, use your imagination and make it yourself, whatever you want, whatever it comes to.
Then I go wild.
That's what he calls a juicy steak. But we've got people that come in all the time that say that people approach them and ask them, is that a Roberto piece? And that is validation right there of his hard work and the years that he's put into it.
It feels awesome, but at the end, it's not important to me, really. At the end, I cannot take any of that with me. It's all ego anyways. It feels good, and all these pieces, the last 200-300 years have passed from mother to daughter to a granddaughter or whatever it is, and I would be history. I would be part of nothing. I will not exist anymore, and it will not even be a memory, because it is what it is. That's what we go through this world, and we leave empty-handed, just like we came, and without really anything. So you leave your work, and that's what is left. So the sky is the limit. That's why I always say those are the visions that the Creator allowed me to see in His creation.